Hey, what is going on guys? RvzStealth here, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion on the most fun to play champions in the game. So I made a video like this a while ago, probably around a year ago, but my list has changed now, and I got a request from one of my subscribers to make a video like this, so I thought, why not update my list? If you guys are just bored with the champions that you're playing right now, and you're looking for a new champion to pick up, then hopefully this list will help you out with that. I'm going to be doing this in a top 5 format. It's going to be in no specific order at all. These are just the 5 champions that I find the most fun to play, and I find that I'll always just come back to them no matter how much I play them. I can play them a lot, and I'll always just be able to come back to them and have fun on them. So with that being said guys, let's get into the video. So first up on my list is going to be Echo. Now the reason why I really like Echo is because he's just got so much outplay potential in his kit, and his kit is very rewarding if you can play it correctly. However, if you don't play Echo correctly, then he's not a very strong champion, that's for sure. His ultimate is hard to track at times, and if you can use your ultimate correctly, you can get so much damage off in a team fight. However, if you can't, then it's not a very useful ability unless you're gonna dive in and use it to back out. But you want to be using Echo's ultimate for damage more often than not, so I think that's one of the harder parts of his kit, and that's why I like him so much. I also quite like him because his W is a really rewarding ability as well. It's a 2-second stun, or it's a 2-second AoE stun, and it's really hard to land because you have to predict where the enemies are moving in order to hit it, and I think that is just a really fun part to his kit as well. I also like that he's got the dash on his E, so he can make just so many cool plays, and that's why I enjoy playing Echo so much. Next on my list is going to be Gangplank. Now, Gangplank is my most played champion this season. I've got a pretty good win rate on him, and I just feel like he's such a fun champion to play because once you get to late game on Gangplank, you can just deal so much damage with your barrels. It's actually pretty crazy how much damage you can do in late game team fights. I also quite like him because of his ultimate. His ultimate can be used, like once you hit level 6, I really like to use it to help my lanes out, whether it be bot lane or mid lane, and I find that I can get my lanes rolling by just getting a nice ultimate to help them out if they're going for an all-in. So the reasons I like Gangplank are just because he does a ton of damage late game, and because his ultimate is a very rewarding ability if it can be used correctly. Next on my list is Malphite. So the main reason I like Malphite so much is because of his ultimate. It's just such a satisfying ability. I find that if you can land it on multiple targets in a team fight, then it's so easy to end up just winning that team fight by getting a good Malphite ultimate off. I also really like him because if you go AP Malphite, the amount of damage that you can do is actually quite absurd, and once you do get to mid to late game team fights, if you go AP Malphite, you can 100-0 the enemy AD carry by just using your ultimate, your Q, and your E. So if you haven't tried AP Malphite out, I definitely recommend doing that in normal games just to have some fun. I actually tried it in a ranked game a few days ago, and I ended up winning. The only reason I went AP Malphite though is because my team was just really far ahead, and I just felt like going AP Malphite because why not? We were winning by like 20 to like 5 kills by the 10-minute point, so he's just a really fun champion in my opinion due to his ultimate, and due to the fact that if you do go AP Malphite, he can just 100-0 super easily. Next on my list, I have Yasuo. So the main reason I like Yasuo is kind of the same as why I like Echo, and that's because he's just got so much outplay potential in his kit, and he can do a lot of damage if played correctly. The fact that he can dash through minions and just avoid so many skill shots, and his wind wall is so game changing if it can be used correctly. I just really like that part of his kit, and the fact that if you pair him up with a knock-up champion like a Malphite or a Wukong, then you can carry team fights really hard in the mid to late game. So overall, I just like Yasuo because of his outplay potential and the amount of damage that he can put out in those mid to late game team fights. And to round out my top 5 for this video, I have Vayne. So the main reason why I like Vayne so much is because she's just got so much outplay potential in her kit, and the amount of damage that you can do in mid to late game team fights is just pretty crazy. I really like that you could just stay really mobile in team fights as Vayne with your Q as long as you do keep auto attacking. I also find it really satisfying when you get a nice condemn off on your opponent when you're dueling them, and then you just end up bursting them down right after that. So I feel that Vayne is harder to to play than most of the other AD carries in the game, which is why I like her so much. And I feel that if you can play Vayne correctly, you can solo carry really hard just due to the raw amount of damage that she does have in her kit. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy, then be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. And also let me know in the comments below what champions you guys think are the most fun to play in the game. So thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome day, and I will see you in my next video.